It's unfair. It shouldn't be this way. Just because your kid is in Bangladesh and has cancer, 3/4 of the children with cancer are not even getting correctly diagnosed, so they're not getting access to any kind of cancer-directed treatment or any palliative treatment if their cancer is not curable.
So delay in diagnosis, misdiagnosis, then lack of optimum care are the hurdles to fight cancer in centers like ours.
In the UK and developed countries, the odds of surviving cancer are greater than 70%. That's not just because we have treatments and chemotherapy available that's not available here. It's also because the supportive care is of a much higher standard in the developed world. The patients pay for their treatment here. There's a lot of inequalities in care depending on how much families can afford.
না বোন সত্যি এই যে ধরনের আগে ছিল না এই আর কি ৬-৭ মাস ধরে এই অবস্থা যেমন আর কি কল্পনার বাইরে যে আজকে হঠাৎ টাকা পয়সা এত বড় রোগ কই পাই
আমার ওই যে সেই মানে টাকা পয়সা অর্থনৈতিক দিক দিয়ে খুব একটা আছে কষ্ট মনে হচ্ছে
You know, we tell them your child has cancer and this is how much it's going to cost to treat them. And they just look at us and say, there's no way I can ever afford that. It's not a lot if we think about it in terms of the West, but for the families here, it's a huge amount of money. There isn't cancer treatment for children available in very many hospitals in Bangladesh. To get the treatment, they're coming back and forth to Dhaka many times. Usually the father and mother are both coming with the child, so there's a loss of income. That puts a huge financial strain on the families. And where do they stay when they get here? We have the ward if the patient's admitted, but there's nowhere for the fathers to stay. They sleep in the stairwell. Sometimes the whole family is sleeping in the courtyard or just outside the ward if they don't have any other place to go, if they don't have family in the city.
World Child Cancer is bridging the gap between need and the level of care that can be provided. And we're doing that largely through education and teaching and sharing of information.
Another big strength of World Child Cancer's involvement is that they've been able to strengthen the linkages between hospitals here in Bangladesh and UCL in London, and those links are really important. Twinning the doctors and nurses with those centres will help the doctors and nurses here improve the quality of their care. It's a mentoring relationship, and it really has been facilitated by World Child Cancer.
One of the most important aims of the project is to make sure that the work that we do lasts and continues to progress into the future.
When I see a child is cured with my treatment, I feel so proud and so fortunate that I cannot tell you.
My dream would be that every child with cancer in this country can get affordable, effective treatment.